Meg, open the frickin' door. I know you're in there. You can't fool me by turning all the lights off. I need my shoes and my clothes back. I already scooped up all the stuff you threw out onto the curb. So please, help a guy out. You want your stuff so badly? Then start talking and be honest. I want to hear what amazing explanation you have for this one. Why'd I catch you under the sheets with another girl in my bed? Let alone one of my friends. The two of you didn't seem to mind having your clothes off back then. Oh, for God's sake. Just let me in already. What are you even getting from hoarding my stuff anyway? Nope. I want you to own up to what you did, or you can forget about seeing the inside of this apartment ever again. All right, fine. I give in. If you really want to hear it, I'll bite. But remember, you're the one getting bit in the end. You caught me red-handed with Sonia, okay? I've been seeing her behind her back for 3 months, and I thought I could get away with double-dipping with women. There. Are you satisfied? I gave you what you want. Now let me in. Fair's fair, right? Fair? What part of this is fair? The part where you cheated on me? And for 3 months? Also, double-dipping? Really? You're disgusting. I am a human being, not a tortilla chip. I'm a human being, too. Maybe I'm a complex guy, with needs that you just can't fill all the time. Did you think of that? Complex, huh? You're sounding pretty simple to me right now. Most guys would admit they're mindless pigs who'll fool around with anything that even resembles a woman when backed into a corner like this. But you're different. Instead, you've got to spout some wishy-washy nonsense about your needs. As if I give a damn about that right now. Hey, believe what you want. Easy enough for you to say. You're the one acting unbelievable right now. To think that you cheat on me with anyone, let alone someone I thought of as a friend. You're scum, Ed. Well, it doesn't sound like there's any chance of smoothing things over with you. So why don't we just call it quits now, huh? I'll get my stuff from your place now and ride off into the sunset. You won't ever have to deal with me again. Wait, you're really not gonna try to win me back at all? Pretty much. I'm on the hook with you, and there's no way you're gonna let me off easily. Besides, I've been thinking about leaving you for Sonia for quite a while now. So, I might as well take this as a sign, right? Wow. We dated for 5 years. And you're willing to throw that all away for a girl you've been with for, what, a quarter of that time? Then quartered again? What's more, you cheat on me. You get caught in the most compromising way possible. And you don't feel bad. At all. Not even a bit. Nope. There is not an ounce of remorse in me. If anything, this just makes it easier for me to elope with Sonia sooner. So, really, it's like a blessing in disguise. Just when I think you can't sink any lower, you find new depths to reach. Look, enough of this back and forth. I held up my end of the bargain, so just let me in so I can get out of here, all right? Sorry you had to find out this way. All's fair in love and war, though. Still, I didn't expect to get found out like that. Whoops! It was pretty embarrassing, but also kind of a turn-on, you know? Anyways, I got sloppy, and that's on me. I can't really tell if you're apologizing for the cheating or just that you got caught. Seriously, though, what were you thinking? Getting Ed wrapped around your finger like that? Do you have, any personal boundaries at all? Oh, please. Of course I knew what I was doing, Meg. But sadly, life is short, and I can't let anything or anyone stand in between me and getting what I want. Including you. I wanted Ed, so I got him.
There's nothing more to it than that, love.
Gross. All right, Miss Master Seductress. How long have you been planning this anyway?
Why, from the moment I first laid eyes on him, of course. That must have been, when you introduced him to me as your boyfriend.
Ugh. You mean when we started dating? 5 years ago?
That sounds about right. Don't be stupid. You knew what you were doing flaunting that tall glass of water around. He's cute, he's nice, he's got a steady job, he's mentally and physically malleable to boot. Talk about a dream guy.
I don't understand. Haven't you been dating Zane this whole time? I mean, the three of us went to high school together, and you were sweethearts, so...
Ugh. You mean that flaky loser who's been trying to get his band a gig anywhere that isn't his parents' garage since we were sophomores? Don't even get me started. Seriously. I know we have different music taste and all, but he really couldn't take a hint. Talk about dead weight. He wouldn't listen to my advice to give up on the whole having a dream of making it big thing and get a real job. So I finally dumped him.
I'm sure you were a real muse to him. That's some really inspiring stuff I'm hearing from you.
I could give a damn about his music. At the end of the day, he was just another broke scrub. And we barely got to go on dates or do anything fun because of it. Meanwhile, you were always posting some lovey-dovey nonsense on my timeline, talking about how great he was and how much fun you had on your dates. Did you seriously not think it would make me and girls like me jealous? I had to steal him from you because you wouldn't stop dangling him in front of my face. And I can name a dozen other friends of ours who do the same.
It sort of sounds like you're shifting the blame for your love life issues on me, but go off, I guess.
You really have no idea how good you've had it, do you? Posting about fancy dinners, going on trips together. For God's sake. Cruise trips! Well, I've had it. I want your life, and I'll take your man to get it. In fact, I'll do anything short of wearing your skin and changing my name.
You're a monster.
Call me anything you like. They don't compare to the cute names your little boyfriend has for me in bed. Anyways, I've got a jet. Lots of big things going on, now that I've got a man who will do any little thing I ask of him. Speaking of which, look forward to a wedding invite in your mail sometime soon. Toodles!
Holy smokes. I thought you were joking about the whole invitation thing. You're really tying the knot with him, huh? Good for you, I guess.
You thought I was joking? Darling, I'm nothing if not a woman of my word.
You certainly are. Now, if only we could work on your word itself. Stealing my boyfriend, then going so far as to marry him. I have to hand it to you. You're a regular genius.
I know! They really ought to pencil me in for a Nobel Prize or something. Anyways, enough banter. You're coming to the wedding, right? I've got big plans for you. And it would be a bit of a wrench in them if you didn't show.
Big plans? What, do you need someone to humiliate?
Oh, come on! I'm not that bad. I need a real, heartfelt speech from a best friend. Something that'll really move all the guests. And you're the perfect fit. I mean, you're so... wordy, you know?
Don't you have a maid of honor that can do that for you?
Of course she's going to give a speech too. But I really want to hear from you as well.
I'm not sure if you think that's a compliment, but it's really not. Anyways, I'm gonna have to respectfully reject your invitation to attend, let alone give a speech.
Well, I reject your rejection. I already told all our friends you'd be there, so everyone is looking forward to your speech. You can't back out on this now. You'll kill your reputation in this town.
Ah, so when you said you were inviting me to come,
You meant to say coercing. I understand now. There's just one thing I want to clear up first. Does everyone know how you and Ed got together? I imagine that kind of bad press might affect the amount of people actually willing to attend. Don't be silly. You know that kind of story wouldn't fly. I'd be drawn and quartered by every girl we know if they knew I was such a honeypot for their guys. It was much easier for everyone involved for me to tell them that you two split and I was a rebound for him. You're acting like you're just telling a little white lie. But this whole thing is a sham. You're building a house of cards, and I can't wait to see it fall. Do you really expect your little fabrication to hold up throughout this fiasco? You're such a worrywart. I'm not gonna sweat the details. I know Ed will have our story straight. Besides, it was his idea in the first place, so I'm sure he can handle whatever gets thrown at him. You or otherwise. Ugh, of course. This whole thing has his greasy fingerprints all over it. All right, I've got a jet. I'm counting on you for this speech. Don't let my man die down. You don't want to know what will happen if you disappoint me and invoke my wrath, Meg. I can't believe it. You really came. I could almost cry tears of joy. Thank you, seriously. You've helped make this day truly special for me. Yeah, well, you left me with very little choice, so don't be too grateful. Honestly, you've put me through the ringer enough already, and I wasn't really interested in finding out what kind of messed up stuff you'd do if I didn't show up. Don't forget, you still got that wonderful, heartwarming speech to give. I'm sure you were up all night preparing it. I bet you even rehearsed it in front of the mirror, didn't you? Something like that. I would say leave it to me, but you seem to enjoy doing that preemptively. I don't want to give anything away, but I really put my all into this one. It's gonna blow your socks off and move everyone to tears. You're gonna love this, trust me. That's the Meg I know. You've always been such a worker bee. I still remember how cute you were in the student government back in the day. I'm a queen bee, and I need my best workers. So I knew I just had to have you doing the heavy lifting on this speech thing today. That's me, all right. Always buzzing about. Anyways, where's my seat? I asked some of the staff members, but no one's given me a straight answer yet. Oh, that's too bad. Could it be that you don't actually have a seat at the reception? What? I can't believe you fell for it! Victory is mine, yet again! Darling, you really need to learn to think for yourself. You even asked people for help? You really make this too easy for me. I'm sorry, let me get this straight. You lured me here with an invitation, bully me into writing a speech for you, and you don't even want me here? Fine, I didn't want to come anyways. What, should I just give the stupid speech and then take the fire escape out or something? Oh, no need. It's like you said before. I've got my maid of honor ready to give a speech grander than anything you could come up with for months now. I just needed to draw you out of hiding and into the light, where I could give you one final delicious humiliation. What, taking Ed and lying about it wasn't enough? It would be for most women, but you're different, Meg. You really pissed me off that day you caught us and threw our clothes on the porch. Do you know how troublesome that was? That kind of act can't go without the proper amount of disciplinary action. You really do think you're some kind of queen, don't you? Compared to you, I might as well be royalty. I'm looking at you now, bumbling around like some kind of idiot. Just thinking about how miserable it must have been for you to come here with that script in hand really is enough to make me tear up in mirth. Yeah, you seem pretty pleased, with that smile plastered all over your hideous face. Well, I'm already here. Do you mind if I stay anyways? There's really no point in me going home now. I'll just stand in the back if you need me to. Don't mind me. You still want to be here? God, you're even more masochistic than I thought. Yeah, knock yourself out. Enjoy the show. Thanks for being as stupid and gullible as they get, my little worker bee. Sorry to disappoint, Your Majesty, but I'm not here to see you win. I worked hard preparing for today, and I'm here to see the fruit of my labor. What are you babbling about now? Can't you see I'm busy? When you mailed me an invitation, that was part of your plan to get revenge on me, wasn't it? Well, now's the time I get to tell you I came here for my own revenge. I'm not even here for Ed. He can rot in hell for all I care. I just want you to see for yourself what happens when you cross me, Sonia. Really? Really? You found a way to sneak Zane of all people into the reception? You're insufferable. God, you must think you're so clever right now. What, you didn't like the song he played? I thought he was delightful. And a great opening act for my speech, if I do say so myself. Don't even get me started on that sorry excuse for a speech. I'm genuinely concerned you might have brain damage at this point. Didn't I tell you I had someone else lined up for the speech? Yeah, but I didn't want my work to go to waste. Oh, also, I despise you and everything that comes out of your mouth. Right back at you, sister. Anyways, what did you think of the song Zane and I performed? I know I'm not a professional like him, but I like to think I did an alright job throwing my hat into the ring as a singer. Oh yeah, they should be scouting you for Broadway any day now. You managed to write a whole song about Ed cheating on you with me. And if that wasn't enough, that little music video you put on the projector while you were singing? It was nothing but evidence of what I'd done. Chock full of screenshots of our conversations. You turned my dream day into a living, waking nightmare. Is that so? I seem to remember a lot of clapping, cheering, and whooping from the crowd. They were chanting for an encore, too, weren't they? Sure, our idiot friends were yucking it up. But consider the fact that both of our families were in attendance, too. They were white as ghosts when the lights came back on. Why on earth would you go and do something like this? You full-blown maniac! Do you really even need to ask? Scroll back up. I told you in the plainest terms possible what I came here for. Revenge, Sonia. Revenge. You thought you were untouchable, so I took it upon myself to put you in your place. Once and for all. And you needed to drag Zane into this too, huh? Couldn't you have been a normal, petty, ugly girl and just posted on social media or something? Believe me, he was feeling pretty scorned about the fact that you were cheating on him too. And he felt just as much of a need for revenge as I did. All right. Just tell me what I'm supposed to do now. I've got family members on both sides pulling out their hair, saying I'm some kind of villain, and the reception's hit a screeching halt. Good question. Unfortunately, though, I wasn't actually invited, so I'm just gonna slip out through the back door now that my work is done. Oh, and don't worry. I made sure to email everyone on the reception mailing list a link to the music video that we uploaded online, just in case anyone wants to listen to it. Why would I want that? You're right. You better get out of here, because if I find you, you're gonna wish you were never born.
You're really on another level. And let me clarify. I mean that in a negative way. Because of the stunt you pulled yesterday, our wedding was a total bust. Did you think about what you were doing for even a fraction of a second?
Of course I did. Your lovely bride asked me for the best speech I could make. And as her close friend, I gave it my all, just like she asked.
That was your best? That humiliating, degrading, atrocious performance of yours? My family won't respond to any of my texts or calls. And Sonia is practically putting a bounty on my head with how they're talking about me online.
Well, that's what happens when you start to stack lies upon lies, isn't it? Maybe you would have been better off telling them the truth about us. It's funny that your family won't talk to you, though, considering your mom messaged me as soon as I was done singing. She told me she wanted to apologize for how poorly you had treated me. Your mom's such a sweetheart, don't you think?
A sweetheart? We must be talking about two different women, because my mom won't give me the time of day after what she saw yesterday. It's not just her either. My dad, my siblings, my extended family. No one is listening to me, no matter how hard I try to explain everything. My calls go straight to voicemail, and everybody's blocked me. This is all your fault, and you know it.
Sounds like mission accomplished on my end. I know you're feeling pretty burnt by your family, but remember, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Oh, har har. While you're laughing it up and high-fiving yourself over your little prank, I'm out here drowning in financial statements. Saying I'm in the red doesn't even begin to cover it.
In the red? It's a wedding, not a failed startup. Didn't you pay for the services and everything before the reception?
Well, we paid for all of that, but then there was the matter of the registry. We posted it online months in advance, and people bought us all sorts of lavish gifts that Sonia had put on there. I looked at the numbers, and in total, we were raking in about $40,000 worth of gifts. And now, because of you, people want refunds.
So now it's my fault that you don't have enough money to pay everyone back?
All I know is that you caused some serious damage to my personal and professional life. So you really need to take responsibility and pay off this debt for me. If you're not willing to be an adult, I can take you to court and make you be accountable.
Is that any way to speak to your old friend? Anyways, I'll pass. I think that leaving you saddled with debt is the perfect way to make you pay.
Literally. Enough with the jokes already. Just shut up and pay me back already.
Even if you asked politely, I wouldn't. And your tone certainly isn't helping. Anyways, I don't have that kind of money. But I'll tell you what. I've got loads of CDs and band merch for our performance yesterday. Maybe you can sell off some of the goods from what I hope is gonna be a viral hit. All press is good press, right? I'm sure you can put a profitable spin on this.
Screw you and your CDs too. I'm gonna get you for this. Just you wait. I'm not letting you get the last laugh.
Mark my words, Meg. I am gonna take you down. And that idiot Zane too. If it's the last thing I do. I don't care if you think what I did was wrong. I'll drag you to the underworld with me if I have to. You wretched, wretched woman! I seem to remember feeling pretty similarly a few months ago. You left me on a sinking ship, and I was determined to have you go down with me. Still, I think I ended up doing fine on the other side. Right. You're clearly handling things so well. Is this your idea of being over Ed? Ruining his life and mine in the process? How many nights did you and Zane spend bawling your eyes out, curled up in the fetal position in those ratty apartments, dreaming of your perfect little plot? You two might be riding high, thinking you're some kind of heroes, but you're a far cry from Batman and Robin. You're, like, the Riddler and, I don't know, Killer Croc or something, at best. That's a weirdly specific insult that I'm going to choose not to unpack for now. Anyway, neither of us were that torn up by the time we decided to pull this off. We just thought the world might enjoy a little poetic justice. Get off the soapbox already! You expect me to believe that the broke girl who got her rich boyfriend stolen from her and the guy who can't book a show anywhere weren't bitter? No. I'll tell you what this is. It's the story of a couple of sore losers who decided they needed to destroy other people's happiness just to feel something. Where did you get the impression that I was broke, though? Isn't it obvious? I've seen your apartment. Fair enough. I wasn't living in the fanciest place. And as far as Ed being richer than me, well, he works at a bigger company than me. That's true. What's also true is that I work in a specialized industry with few competitors, and I've been promoted enough that I make more than him. You do? As far as that apartment goes, I recently moved out of there and into one of those really fancy places downtown. You know, one with the concierge. A concierge? I don't even know what that means. Google it. While you're at it, look up Zayn, too. Thanks to the music video we made, he's gotten popular enough to sign a deal with a major record label. I mean, you two were close for years, so I'm sure he told you about that, right? He did what? He never told me anything like that. Yeah, well, you were kind of right about the band thing in the end. Once he went solo, he started to really get traction. Not sure if he needed to ditch his bassist or you, but he's definitely flying high. It seems like our video was just the last push he needed to get into the spotlight. Pretty soon, he's gonna be touring all over the country. And I think our song is gonna be a major crowd pleaser. You love to entertain, don't you? I'm sure you can sleep easy knowing you've inspired such a sensation. Wait a second. That means I was wrong about him this whole time? I have to get my act together. I can still get back with him, right? I never thought he'd make it out of the garage. Talk about a change of hearts. I'm gonna be honest. There's no way he wants anything to do with you. He even changed his number just in case something like this happened. But please, Meg, just send him a message for me. You'd do that for me, wouldn't you? I'll give you Ed back and everything. Good one. Unlike you, I don't swap guys like they're trading cards. And even if I did, I've got no use for human trash like him. Speaking of which, my work here is done. See you never, loser. No, you can't leave me like this. After all we've been through. Give me Zayn's new phone number. Please. Don't leave me like this. Sonia and Ed ended up living together, even after all that. I expected them to split up quickly, but it figures they'd stick together. The absolute leeches. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Sonia was screaming about divorce. But with all that debt they owed the people from the reception, neither could afford to leave the other. Besides, with both of them being cut off by their respective disgusted and ashamed families, they didn't exactly have an exit route available. So, with nothing to lose, the two stuck together, sinking on the ship whose hull they damaged themselves with their foolishness. As for Zayn, his debut went off without a hitch, and he's got fans all over the world. I believed in him, and even I was blown away, so Sonia must be ticked. I ended up running out of CDs and t-shirts pretty quickly, but he's got actual merch people now, so he should be doing just fine for himself. It just goes to show you what happens when you misunderestimate a person. I remember Sonia telling me I would invoke her wrath if I disappointed her. But in the end, she was the one who ended up getting bitten. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe to see more videos like it soon.
Hey, Denise. I have been thinking about Mary's wedding a lot. Can you stay home? I don't want to have to take you to the wedding.
What did you just say?
I just think you have no reason to be there. Plus, we only have so many seats open for her wedding. While you were at home that day, can you pick up around the house? I'm sure Mary would appreciate that.
Hold on! What in the world are you saying? I would like to see my stepdaughter get married. I've raised her for 20 years while her biological mother was out doing God knows what. Why should I have to give up my seat for her? You and I are married too. We are her parents.
It's not just that. I didn't want to have to say this, but Catherine wants to attend too. I sent out the wedding invites and got a reply from her. She said that since she was the one who gave birth to Mary, that she should be the one to rightfully see her walking down the aisle in her wedding dress. It would be really strange to have you and her there at the same time. Just please listen to me and stay home.
What's strange is me not attending the wedding. Of course she would do everything in her power to make sure I don't attend her wedding. That's the type of woman she is. She abandoned you and Mary. I was the one who raised her. Please tell me that this is just some sort of sick joke. Why have your ex-wife at your daughter's wedding when she was the one who abandoned you both?
Please, calm down. You are taking this too far. She's not that bad of a woman. You're exaggerating a bit. She was the one who gave birth to Mary and went through all of that pain. I remember being there in the room with her. I still have respect for her, and so should you.
You respect her?
I understand that you raised Mary, but don't get ahead of yourself. If Catherine never gave birth in the first place, Mary wouldn't even be here right now about to get married. It is also thanks to Catherine that you have had the privilege of raising her. So stop talking about Catherine as if she is some horrible woman. You also shouldn't be using the fact that you raised her for 20 years as an excuse to be rude.
Just what is with you all of a sudden? Why are you taking her side? This is supposed to be the part when you join in with me and get angry at her. She left you alone to raise your daughter, but then you found me. I just don't understand you right now.
Why would I join in with you to say hurtful things about someone we should be grateful to? All she wants to do is see the daughter she gave birth to get married. If you are an adult, you would stop this nonsense. Any other adult would agree with me. Plus, Mary said it has always been her dream to have her mother at her wedding. She said that with tears in her eyes.
What?
I know that Catherine betrayed Mary and me. I feel so sorry for Mary, too. I understand how this may look to you, but I'm going through this with an objective point of view. When I met with Catherine to tell her the news, she had tears in her eyes. I can tell her feelings were genuine. That's when I decided to do some self-reflection.
Wait, hold on a second. Did you meet up with her in person without telling me? I thought you just sent out an email. Why would you do that?
Yes, I took her out to dinner to tell her the news. After that, we went to a bar to have a few drinks.
What did you just say? Are you being serious right now? You know who you're speaking to right now, right?
I was also surprised to see Catherine and how beautiful she was. I forgot about so many things. We also caught up with each other and chatted a lot. It was a good night. I forgot how good our chemistry was, and she was just so beautiful. It made me realize that this whole time, I didn't really forget about her. I'm honestly glad that I was able to meet up with her. It was like nothing ever changed.
Okay, just stop. Let me get this straight. Don't tell me that you rekindled your feelings for each other. It has been such a long time and she has never cared to reach out to you. I am your wife of 20 years. Why are you saying these things to me?
Sorry, but you're right. My heart has made its choice. I would like to leave you and go back to Catherine. I miss the days when she and I would laugh and talk. I want to start over with her.
What?
I just think things would be better if I were to start over with Catherine. To be honest, I don't think I really ever stopped loving her. It would be best if I just left you. Plus, you have done nothing but annoy me throughout our whole marriage. You would constantly nag me and tell me what to do. I think me leaving you is better than me secretly having an affair, don't you? Mary's getting married and moving out of the house, so Catherine and I will have the place to ourselves. I think it's great timing. And Catherine and I can get married and start our second life together.
You have got to be kidding me. Knock this off right now. I know you were planning on trying to get me to stay home from the wedding by telling me there weren't enough seats just so that you can secretly spend time with her alone. What if I never said anything? Now you want a divorce? You want to marry someone once again who abandoned you and your newborn daughter for over 20 years? Are you stupid?
Sorry, Denise, but I'm just telling you how I truly feel now. We both think it would be great to remarry once our daughter is done with her wedding and honeymoon. Mary already expressed her excitement to get a second chance with her biological mother. I already got permission from Mary to do this.
No, you're lying. Mary really said that?
I think it's also great that Catherine and I are getting back together right now. We will both be able to attend our daughter's wedding. We are her real parents, and I need you to understand that. You are a heartless person if you don't congratulate us on this. This is big and happy news for Mary, too.
What the hell did you say? Really? I'm the one who's heartless right now.
You and I are history now. Don't you dare show up to Mary's wedding and cause a scene. Strangers aren't welcome.
Fine. I understand.
I also need you to sign the divorce papers as soon as possible. Also, don't try anything stupid and make a fool of yourself.
You don't need to say anything more. I've heard enough and I'm already filing for divorce, so no need to worry about me. I just don't understand how this is happening when we lived as a family for this long. 20 years with you and Mary down the drain as if none of it had ever mattered to you. Part of me feels like this can't really be happening. But whatever. If it's the divorce you want, then it's the divorce you will get. There's no going back.
Thanks for being so understanding. It really saves me the mental energy of dealing with you in person. That's it for today. I'll sign the papers once you're done with them. Bye.
Hi, Mary. I'm sorry to say that your father and I just got divorced. Also, upon respecting your wishes and your father's request, I will also not be attending your wedding. I don't want to cause you any trouble with your biological mother. I hope that when your father remarries, that you all can live together as a happy family again. It was an honor raising such a beautiful and intelligent woman such as yourself. I will mail your wedding gift over to you soon. Congratulations. Goodbye and take care. I love you. Wait, what? What are you saying all of a sudden? What do you mean you and Dad are getting a divorce? Did you guys get into a bad fight or something? What's going on? I'm getting worried. Huh? I thought you already heard about what was going on. Your father and your biological mother decided to get remarried. He made it clear that he and I should no longer be together. We settled on a divorce a couple of hours ago. Huh? What the heck? I never heard anything about this. What? But your father said that he already talked to you about this. He said that you supported his decision. He told me that you gave him permission to get remarried to Catherine. My permission? I never said such a thing. I would never support his decision to do that. Oh, don't tell me he was referring to that conversation we had the other day. No, I didn't mean it like that. He has got it all wrong. What do you mean? Well, yesterday, Dad suddenly called me to talk. He told me that he had some plans for himself after I got married and move out of the house. He said something about selling our house once I move out and moving into a nice little luxury condo with Mom. He sounded really excited about it, too. I thought he was referring to you when he said Mom. I never thought he meant anyone else other than you. So I said that it sounded like a nice idea. That's how you answered? Well, yeah. I thought you two were getting a nice new place together. I was all for that plan. You are my mom. I never thought he meant my biological mother. I see. So that's what really happened. You actually don't really know about what your father is doing then. I wonder if he kept it vague on purpose. Catherine is attending your wedding with your father. I'm not going because he told me not to. Do you know about any of that? What the hell? So you're really not going? My biological mother is going instead? Why would I want that woman to come instead of you? She was never in my life. He told me that she cried genuine tears of joy when talking about your wedding and how much she wants to see you walk down the aisle. So what? She has never cared for me for the past 20 years. That selfish woman cheated on Dad and left us both when I was a newborn baby. I didn't think my own dad would want to remarry a woman like that. I just can't believe it. Well, apparently, after all of this time, he still secretly had feelings for her. He said that when he met up with her again, that she was so beautiful and just couldn't help himself. I think I know why he fell in love with her again so quickly. It's probably because she was his first love. What kind of stupid idiot is he? Seriously? He is a middle-aged man falling for his first love? Does he think he is in some sort of soap opera? I want you to be at my wedding. You are my true mom. You mean the world to me. You raised me for the past 20 years. I love you. Thank you, Mary. Those words alone make me happy from the bottom of my heart. I'll take care of this wedding situation, so don't worry about it. I'll make sure you get to attend no matter what. It's my wedding, after all. You deserve to be there more than anyone else.
Denise, let's get out of here right now. I'm about to fix everything for us. I got the marriage certificate at the city hall. All it needs is your signature and then we will be married again. I need you to sign it as soon as possible. Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? You are here with Catherine, aren't you? You remarried her, so what the hell are you talking about? I never remarried her. She ran away from me again. How could she do this to me after everything we've talked about? What? She ran away? She cheated on me again and took off the moment I told her about getting remarried. I'm never doing something so stupid ever again. What was I even thinking, falling for her like that? I was just one of the many men she was going after. Once she saw that I was serious, she disappeared. Is that so? Interesting. Not only that, but I think it's also because I didn't get promoted to president of my company yet. Since the president was retiring, I was one of the runner-ups to be chosen. I think it was bad timing because I told her that I didn't get the position and that I wanted to remarry right away. I'm so stupid. She told me she didn't want to get married to a man like me. Wow. It's refreshing to see you get humbled. I divorced you all for her sake. I'm so disappointed in myself for being fooled by her beautiful tears. But you're different. That's why I decided to marry you all those years ago. You will forgive me, right? You will comfort me and not blame me for doing this to you, right? That's the kind of sweet person you are. What? Just forgive you and take you back. I understand if you are still mad at me. That's reasonable. You're an understanding person, and at the end of the day, when you calm down, I know you will be there for me. We have lived together as a family for over 20 years, remember? I want to remarry you and bring this family back together again. Then we can both attend Mary's wedding together, okay? You will get what you've wanted this whole time and attended her wedding proudly as her mother. I'm already in the middle of attending her wedding. What are you talking about? What? This is not your decision to decide if I get to attend Mary's wedding or not. I'm attending with pride either way. I'm sitting in the new family section that Mary reserved just for me. What are you talking about? What's going on? Did you just say you were already at the wedding right now? How is that possible? Is the wedding actually today? Yes, that's right. Today is your beautiful daughter's wedding day. That pure white dress just suits her so well. It's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't been able to stop crying ever since I saw her getting ready this morning. What the hell? Hold on a second. No one ever said a word to me about the wedding being today. How come no one contacted me or called me to tell me that things have changed? I'm her father. How could the wedding be going on without me?
Because you are no longer her father.
What? What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense. Of course I am her father. She is my daughter, and her and I are actually related by blood.
It has nothing to do with blood relation or being her biological father. You have to realize that being related by blood doesn't always make you family. Mary knows I'm not her biological mother, but she still thinks of me as her own mother. Sometimes it's all about what you have done for the other person and how much you mean to each other. Catherine is her biological mom, but was horrible and never present.
Oh.
And what I'm getting at is that Mary no longer sees you as her father because of what you've done. She thinks that it is awful that you chose to abandon our marriage for a woman who left you 20 years ago. Mary can't respect a man like you. It just showed how much our family has meant to you and how quickly you chose to destroy it all.
Mary hasn't talked to me at all lately. This can't be happening right now. How could she choose to go on with her wedding day without having me there? This is all one big nightmare. You have to be lying to me right now. I'm sure she just forgot to invite me.
Sorry, but can you just call me back later? My precious daughter's wedding is about to begin. It would be rude if she saw me on my phone while her wedding was happening. I don't want to disturb her special day.
Then can you at least tell me where the wedding is? I'll drive over as soon as you send me the address.
There's no way in hell I'm telling you where it is, you piece of crap.
Huh?
I have to go now. Everything is starting. Don't contact me anymore about this, okay? It was Mary's choice to have me here and not you. I'm respecting her decision on her important day. Thank you for coming to my wedding today, Mom. Having you there made things so much better. I was nervous, but when I saw you, I immediately felt better. It was a lot of fun. I was happy to be there, too. You looked so beautiful, and the wedding was perfect. It was amazing from the beginning to the end. I was so moved by everything. I will treasure this day for the rest of my life. You're embarrassing me, but I'm glad to hear it. Well, the after party is going to start soon and my friends just got here. I'm going to go have some fun now. Oh, wait a second, Mary. Make sure you turn your phone off tonight. Your father has been going crazy trying to contact me and he might try calling you next. I want you to enjoy yourself tonight and not have to worry about him. Speak of the devil, he actually just showed up. I wonder how he found the address. Oh well. He looks like a mess. I guess that ugly woman really left him again after all. He messaged me saying that he asked you to remarry him and start over as a family. You turned down his offer, right?
Of course I turned down his offer. I don't even know who he is anymore. He is just a crazy, lovesick old man who doesn't know what to do with himself.
I agree. I'm glad you turned down his offer. What he did was unforgivable. I messaged him a little while ago about my answer to him, too. I told him that I think it would be best if I cut him out of my life for now. He has already shown me how quickly he is willing to tear our family apart. What kind of man leaves his wife after 20 years for some awful woman who abandons him?
What? You really said all of that to him?
Well, yeah. You are important to me and have been there for me more times than he has anyway. He was about to leave you for a woman who abandoned me just because she looked pretty. He's seriously the worst.
I guess you're right and have your own reasons too. A man like him should live alone forever and never get married again.
I agree. It's not like he was a horrible father. There were good memories with him too, but after he did this, I realized I needed him out of my life. I get she was his first love and she cheated on him, but why in the world would he go back? I remember after they divorced, he would stare at her picture in the living room for hours like a lovesick puppy. Before you came into our lives, he was pretty horrible to deal with.
Really? Why?
When I started preschool, all he thought about was his looks. He saw my going to school as a chance to meet other single moms. He relied solely on his hair, too. So stupid. I remember how he grew it out and told me that women love long, luscious locks of hair. It was annoying to deal with him back then. He will buy so many expensive suits, too. He said that I won't have a mom unless he dresses for success. Or something like that. He looked for women to date him constantly, and sometimes it led him to neglect me.
Sounds like he was a bit of a narcissist back then. Still might be.
After he tried so hard and finally found you, he broke his faithfulness to you and went straight back to her. He made it sound like you and him were moving out together when he told me about his plans. Ugh! And the fact that she left him once he didn't get the position and he mentioned marriage? That woman obviously only cares about money and fooling around. That is just so stupid. He's trash. Part of me is still in disbelief, too. How could he do this to us?
Mary.
At the end of the day, you were the one who was always there. You always took me shopping and bought me new clothes. You helped me learn how to put on makeup and cook me delicious meals. All I need in my life is you. When I have a baby in the future, I want you to be the first one to meet him or her. You would be a wonderful grandma.
Thank you for such kind words, Mary. I'm so lucky to have a daughter like you in my life. You are my precious daughter, and I love you with all my heart.
I love you too. Well, I have to get going now. It's been a long day and Sean is waiting.
Have a good night. What do I do? Denise? I've tried everything. Mary turned away when I tried to see her. She didn't say a word to me and had security escort me out. I have tried calling her over and over again. No matter what, she won't talk to me. I don't know what to do. In fact, she hasn't even opened or read any of my messages. Oh, you poor thing. I can't imagine why this could be happening. I even found some of her friends on social media and tried talking to them, but they just immediately blocked me. Our relatives don't know anything either. What if she really did cut me out of her life for good? Why won't anyone help me? Why is Mary doing this to me? I've already missed out on a big milestone in her life, and all I have are some pictures I screenshotted from her friend's social media page. I'm her father, for crying out loud. Do you still really not know why? First of all, Mary talked to your side of the family about what you did. None of them want to speak to you or help you. Second of all, you are an awful person. What do you mean she talked to our relatives? She announced it at the wedding, too. She talked about how strong of a mother I am and how much I mean to her. She talked about why your seat was empty and how you don't deserve to see her. Everyone was pretty displeased with you, but they applauded me. It made me so happy to hear those words after everything you put us through. It was such an amazing wedding, but you wouldn't know, would you? She told everyone that? Yes, she did, and she had every right to. You weren't the best father to her either. You also never remembered most of her birthdays growing up. In the end, you only cared about this stupid woman who couldn't care less about your own family. Was Catherine really worth all of this? When I spoke to Mary about how you divorced me and planned to start a life with Catherine, she had no idea. It sounds like she really hates Catherine. No, just wait. This isn't true. It can't be. Is that really how Mary feels? It is. Everyone came running to me after the ceremony. They all agreed with Mary that I'm the only parent she needs. They were horrified to hear what you did. My own relatives said something like that. But we are family. At least one of them should help me out here. What you did was extremely stupid. Just what did you think was going to happen? No one is going to help you now. Mary made it clear that she doesn't want you to contact her. In fact, she doesn't care to see you anymore either. Your family is disappointed in you. Please, is there anything I can do to fix all of this? It seems like everyone has turned their backs on me. I really do want to fix things. I only want to go back to the way things were. Please.
There is nothing for you to fix or go back to. This was the result of your betrayal. You can go back to your house alone. I will be moving out into this nice apartment I found.
But I don't want you to leave. I don't want to have to live all by myself. It's so lonely. I'm begging you. I want things to work out again more than anything right now. I love you. Please continue to live with me and come back to me. I need you by my side. I'm sure if we make up and get married again, Mary will accept me as her father again. Please don't leave me all alone.
You did this and this is what you get. We are already divorced and I have no intentions of getting back together with you. The moment you said all of those things to me about Catherine was the moment I fell out of love with you. You are so stupid. You got what you wanted. This is it.
No. Please.
Don't worry. I'm sure that in another 20 years, you will hear from Catherine again. Until then, enjoy your new life alone. It seems like instead of going home, Derek decided to go to his parents' house. He probably couldn't bear the fact that he had nothing to go home to. His parents told him to leave immediately because they were extremely upset and disappointed in him. They didn't raise their son to be that way. They care a lot about me because of our history together. I guess you can say I took good care of his family. So Derek returned to his lonely, empty home. After a while, Derek tried contacting his friends for support, but they too heard all of the news from the wedding. The drama had spread quickly amongst friends and family. They expressed their frustrations on how he could be so stupid. They told him that his life was basically over and that they didn't want to hang around a guy like him. They all had wives of their own and couldn't imagine doing something like that to them. Once again, Derek found himself alone. He must be doing a lot of self-reflection. As for myself, I moved into a nice and quiet apartment. It's peaceful, other than the news I hear from friends and family about Derek. Mary and her new husband live just down the street from me. I actually heard from Mary yesterday that Derek somehow got her husband's phone number. He called explaining how he got fired from his job and that his whole reputation has been ruined because of everything that happened. They blocked his number and ignored him. I'm just happy how things turned out the way they did. Derek gets the life he deserves, and so do I. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. Come on! Why won't you pick up the phone? If you're going to be like this, don't come running to me later asking where your Frappuccino is. I even went out of my way to stop at a cafe and buy one. not a salaried employee like me. You're hourly. And you're only temp, not full-time. So things are a little different, you know? For you hourly people, the more overtime you do, the more money comes rolling in. So obviously you like overtime, right?
What are you talking about?
Salaried employees like me get paid a set salary. Get it? No matter how many hours we work. So there's no point in me running myself ragged doing overtime. That's why I'm leaving it all to you. You know, the one who needs the overtime. So make sure you get plenty of extra hours in and take care of all those tasks I left for you. Okay? Please, bye!
What do you mean take care of? You do know you're the one who's supposed to be doing these, right? Anyways, sorry to disappoint, but I won't be helping with a single one of the things you left on my desk. I'll put them all back on your desk for you, okay?
Hold on. What? You're not gonna help me out and finish those for me?
Of course not. I know I've been helping you out here and there before today, but now you're just trying to make me do all of your work. There's where I have to draw the line. So just enjoy that frappuccino you bought, even both of them, and do your own work yourself.
Seriously, what the heck is this? Why should I have to take this from you? Who are you to tell me no and not do what I tell you to do?
Who am I? Well, I guess I'd say I'm someone who's worked here for longer than you. Seniority and all that. Does that sound familiar?
Even if you have been working longer at our company than I have, you are just an hourly temp worker. And again, I'm a salaried employee. We're just on two completely different levels here. No comparison. You can't go against what I tell you to do. You have to work this overtime for me.
Excuse me?
Not to mention, I have several extremely important stops I need to make today. So yourself out there and go on the prowl, huh?
Rita? I think you've maybe got the wrong idea here. I'm not here at the reception party to look for a husband.
So what? You're telling me you're just here to celebrate? You just came here to congratulate our boss out of the goodness of your heart? Oh! Oh. So that's it. So that's your play. You're going to use all those well wishes as a way to butter him up so that maybe you can finally be made a full-fledged salaried employee.
Wait, what?
That totally makes sense. I mean, true, you don't get any bonuses as a temp. I'll bet you can't even stand being in your 30s and not having those sorts of job benefits. Must really suck.
I've been trying to tell you that's not why I'm here at all. You're just not getting it.
Sorry to have ruined your big plan to suck up to our boss. But you know what? I really don't think being a full-time salaried employee is your thing. You know what I mean? For you, I feel like being an unhappy, pathetic temp worker in her 30s is the best look for you. Just stay like you are and be my own personal little errand girl. Or maybe maid is the better word.
Excuse me.
So, okay. Maybe I might have been a little off about why you showed up here. But I'd still say I was right on the money when I threw that wine on you. You're way old, and the only thing you're good for is being told what to do. You should just get out of here and go home. An event like this isn't for people like you.
You're sure you want to tell me to leave? I should just head out.
Not just sure. I'm positive. Get moving. This was supposed to be a high-class event where we could enjoy ourselves and party. But now the vibe's ruined because someone let riffraff like you in here.
I guess the groom's sister will just pack it up and be on her way then. I'll just make sure I say hello to the bride and groom on my way out.
Huh? What do you mean, the groom's sister?
Well, it's been not nice talking with you. Goodbye.
No, hold on a second. You can't just leave after dropping a bomb like that. You've got to explain things a bit. By the groom's sister, you don't mean what I think you do you? Don't tell me that you're our CEO's sister. No way, right?
Well, yeah. I guess that's what that would mean, isn't it? You're quick, aren't you? My father was the former CEO, and the current CEO, Keith, is my younger brother. There's even a seat waiting for me in the first row of seating over there where the groom's family sits.
What? Did you say a seat in the first row?
But it doesn't seem like I can still attend the reception now that my dress is like this. Not to mention, you've been telling me again and again how someone like me should just go home. So it's a shame, but I'm going to do just like you asked and head home.
Wait a second! Everything you just said. You weren't serious about any of that, right? That was all just some joke you thought off of the top of your head, right? Because, I mean, some random temp worker being the CEO's older sister is just crazy. None of that makes any sort of sense.
If you don't believe me, why don't you go and ask any of our other coworkers? Most people who work at our company know about it. The only person who just didn't seem to realize it no matter how much time passed is you, Rita.
What? You've got to be kidding me. Hold on. Everyone knew about this but me? And they didn't even tell me? Not one person told me?
That's because I told them all they didn't have to go out of their way to defend me or clarify who I was. Let sleeping dogs lie, I think is the saying. Everyone just left you to your own devices.
You're kidding.
As for me, I didn't really want to throw my weight around just because my father and
indispensable employees who help support the company. Whether someone chooses to be a full-time salary employee or an hourly part-time employee is up to them. What gives you the right to look down on them and badmouth them? And likewise, you had no right to pour wine on me either. Oh, no. That was just a misunderstanding. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm done here. I hope you meet a wonderful, high-valued man here.
Come on, sis. I keep telling you I'll borrow a dress for you to change into from the event hall. So there's no reason for you to leave. Come on back. If you head back now, you'll still make it in time for the actual reception.
Thank you so much, Keith. I really appreciate it. But it seems like there are some people at the party who aren't comfortable with me being around. So I think I'll just head home after all.
I kicked that employee out as soon as you told me what happened. So come on. I'm sure there's no one else who minds you being here. Don't give that any more thought and come back to the event hall. Please.
What? You kicked Rita out?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Isn't easy where I can do office work behind the scenes? I'll actually have to go out in the field from now on. Like, I can't even. This is definitely all because I spilled wine on you yesterday, isn't it?
There is nothing I could say to help you out with your problem. If there is anything you want to say to plead your case, try telling the CEO directly yourself.
You know good and well there's no way I can do that. There's no way our boss would ever listen to me or anything I have to say.
But from what I remember, you got to exchange a few words with him personally yesterday, didn't you? Something along the lines of, "Get out of here right this minute." You could say you're already somewhat acquainted from that. So you never know. He might just hear you out.
Are you kidding? You must not know what the boss looked like when he told me to leave. I've never seen someone get so mad that their face got that red and twisted out that much. And then, when I looked past him, the former CEO was behind him and even he was glaring at me. With the exact same expression. I mean, I basically ran out of there. How scared do you think I was to have run out of a reception hall? And now you want me to beg?
Sorry about that. We're all a little hot-blooded. Easy to anger, you know. But really, both of them care about their family a lot. They're good men.
I'm sure the CEO personally made this decision to demote me all on his own. He was mad at me, and so he ordered me to be demoted and transferred to this sucky position. The branch office I'm being transferred to. Do you even know what it's like over there? Everyone says that there aren't any female employees at that branch. There are only men there, and it's a grueling work environment.
That means you'll be the only girl surrounded by your own personal collection of men. Sounds pretty great to me. You can have your pick of the bunch. Didn't you say you were looking to find someone? Seems to me like this transfer is actually working out in your favor.
Not at all. The type of guy I'm looking for is a high-valued man who lives in a high-rise in the city. That's the sort of man I want to meet and fall in love with. That or nothing at all. But instead of finding a guy like that at the party yesterday like I planned, I got chased out of the event hall and I didn't even get to exchange numbers with anyone there. And now on top of being embarrassed like that yesterday, today, the first thing I hear is I'm being transferred somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. Things couldn't be worse. So please, do something, Anna. Can't you do anything to help me? Figure out some way to persuade the CEO so that he'll forgive me. Please.
You're asking me to do what?
If you help me now, I won't make any rude comments about you ever again. And I won't leave you to do my work either. In fact, I'll do your work instead. So please, I'm absolutely begging you. Please help me out so that our boss undoes his decision to transfer me.
I'm so sorry, Rita. No matter what I say, I have a feeling that my brother is not going to go back on his decision to transfer you. Because that brother of mine, it seems like he's even more upset than you think.
Oh no. Really?
And then besides my CEO brother, there's also the former CEO.
It's true that there are only men at that location, and if I had to describe them, I'd say they all look a bit intimidating. But putting aside their looks, they're all spectacular at their jobs and among the top in their fields. Try as she might, Rita just can't keep up with their pace or abilities. Every day she ends up crying right there in the office. I heard that as a last resort, she tried to bribe the employees there by saying she'd do something for them if they helped her with her work. She really did her best turning on the jar and buttering them up, but no one went for it. All they did was tell her not to expect to be spoiled or get special treatment just because she's a woman, since our society's working towards gender equality. They even kicked her while she was down and reminded her that if she had the nerve to pour wine on the CEO's sister, working hard and doing her job well should be a piece of cake. Since then, she's been worked to the bone every day with rigorous training. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment, click the like button, and subscribe to see more videos like this. Your comments and likes keep us going. There are many more satisfying videos like this, so take a look at the others on this channel.